Bosh, welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to Barno. I hope you are doing really well. I'm ready to tune in to this video. This sort of video we did a couple of weeks ago. A little bit of a football chat, a little bit more just opinions and current things that are going on. Did one of these with Plymouth Argyle the other week, so if you haven't seen that, check that one out. Covered their current state and condition in League One at the minute, things that are going on with the club. Things are mainly going wrong because they're not in a very good place. But today we are switching it up. Can't tell by the title of this video, we are talking about Liverpool Football Club, the club I've supported ever since I was a little kid. Mainly just the next run of fixtures that are coming up, the January transfer window that's coming around soon, how things are going at the minute. Just sort of because we've had an international break and the Premier League now is back today. We do have Forest at home today as the first game back. So by the time this video comes out, hopefully we have won that game and then on to the next one. Who knows? You'll soon find out when this is uploaded. But apart from that, let's dive into Liverpool at the minute and see what's going well and what's going wrong. Diving in with Liverpool recently, now we have just had an international break of 2 weeks. Now, before the international break, Liverpool had a horrific run of losses, which I don't want to talk about too much. Losing to Brentford, lost to Palace. We were losing to every single team out there. Played Villa at home, bounced back 2-0, kind of thinking things are looking up again. We then went and played Real Madrid Champions League. Won that game 1-0. I was getting quite confident at the time, thinking maybe Manchester City are there for the taking because we are playing well. Went to the Etihad, got battered 3-0. Van Dijk's goal, though, for me, should have stood. And if it does, that dynamic of the game completely changes. But if not, we did lose 3-0. We didn't even look our best. We just looked very lethargic, no energy. So the international break come at the correct time for Liverpool. We've had a couple of weeks. Players went off for World Cup qualification games, some for international friendlies. It was about 1 to 2 weeks, which is kind of needed. They've all now come back, and now the Premier League is back today with the first fixture back in the Premier League for us at home against Nottingham Forest. Now, Nottingham Forest at home is the beginning, I'd say, of a run of fixtures from now until the end of 2025 and the start of 2026 in January. Liverpool could potentially pick up a lot of points and hopefully get back in the title race, depending on what happens with Manchester City and Arsenal with their next fixtures. What I mean by this is the run of fixtures we've got now. Nottingham Forest we start with today. We played Leeds at the end of this year and then the start of 2026. Brighton are always there for the taking, either they're 50-50 team. Spurs I think we can beat. Also, Wolverhampton are in there. Teams, realistically, Liverpool should go out there, dominate and beat and pick up a lot of points from now until the end of 25 and January 26. Now, I am kind of hoping that City and Arsenal will drop points along the way and we really can get ourselves back into the title race. Now, you're kind of thinking that's very delusional to think that you're going to get back into this title race when the recent run of form has been very poor. I think what's really going to help us in this run of fixtures as well is the players that come back from the international break. Look at Andy Robertson, just qualified for the World Cup. His mentality, his morale is going to be sky high. Mo Salah's now qualified for the World Cup as well. So all these players that come back knowing they've got World Cup qualifications, it's just got a little bit of morale boost in that dressing room. And I really think that's going to make a good effect on the pitch with the tactics and hopefully just picking up points on the Premier League field. Expected points and a projection by the end of this year, I am expecting to win at least 4 or 5 of these games out of the 6, 7 I'm mentioning here with like this Fulham, Leeds, Wolves, Brighton, Spurs. I do think we will win most of it. I think the bounce back is on. There's PSV Eindhoven in the Champions League well, so that's an easy home game we can breeze aside, fingers crossed, rotate the team and get players rested for the Premier League games. So fingers crossed we pick up a lot of points from now until the end of 2025 and the start of 2026, which is January, which will now kind of lead me into the January transfer window, which does open for a full month. Will Liverpool make some activity and do some business? I genuinely think we will. The main one has been because we've now just signed a long-term deal with PayPal, another sponsorship, another income coming into the club. The money that's coming from that, I think Liverpool will spend it in the January window. The main player I think everyone wants, and the one that's been hotly linked with Liverpool this week by Fabrizio, is Antoine Semenyo, who's having a cracking season at Bournemouth at the minute, by the way. Bournemouth are overachieving as well, considering they lost half their back line, or 3/4 of it, for the summer transfer window. He's doing very well in that team. The whole team's doing well itself, very much overachieving, I'd say, personally. But I could just see Semenyo leaving Bournemouth to come to Liverpool. Realistically, there has been rumours that he is very happy to join Liverpool if the release clause does get activated. Because if the clause gets activated, he'll be on his way to Merseyside like no tomorrow. And the things with Semenyo as well, as another winger, I know we've got a lot of attackers, but questions you've got to ask here as well is Salah is also going to AFCON in January, so he'll be gone for a month. And also, how long is Salah staying at Liverpool for? Is it 2 more years? Is it another year? Because once he goes, he will need to be replaced at some point. Semenyo would be a perfect option for that. Semenyo can play off of both wings. He mainly does play on the left for Bournemouth. I know we do have Gakpo playing left wing and say Ekitike, even though Ekitike is more of a centre forward. I just think Semenyo would fit our team perfectly as well. He's also a very physical winger as well. So when you're playing high press, trying to win the ball back, I think he's a perfect man for those sort of situations. Shooting ability is absolutely mental, crazy, on target, accuracy, fantastic. Playmaking ability is up there as well, and his dribbling 1v1s, he is cracking for that as well. So I really think Semenyo would be a perfect option for Liverpool in January window if we do activate that release clause. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that when we do get to January 2026. The other signing I would love, whether it's going to happen in January or the end of this season, if he does decide to join Liverpool, is Marc Guéhi, centre-back. Now, if you didn't know the story with Marc Guéhi, Guéhi was supposed to join Liverpool at the end of the summer window. It all fell through at the last hurdle, the last minute, because Glasner, for a little bit of a hissy fit, and didn't want him to go. Now, Guéhi's in the last year of his deal. He should be leaving Paris at the end of this season. Now, the problem is now, other clubs are now linked with Marc Guéhi, Barcelona, Real Madrid. I think every club is going to want Marc Guéhi. Solid centre-back, good leadership skills, very good in the air, ball-playing centre-back. Who's not going to want Marc Guéhi in their football team? But the main choice for him, realistically, hopefully, is Liverpool. And if we get him in January on a free, that would be more than ideal. I highly doubt it, but just never say never. But with the January window coming up soon, hopefully the dream would be Semenyo and Marc Guéhi, just to strengthen the team a little bit. Because the thing is with the centre-back issue, we did have Leone, but he's unfortunately injured. Joe Gomez is coming back to fitness, playing here and there. Kai and Van Dijk are going to get so tired playing every single game. So realistically, we do need another centre-back. I know Slot's talked about the fact of maybe putting Endo there or Gravenberch, but I just don't feel as confident putting a more of a defensive mid in a centre-back line. We did it with Fabinho a couple of years ago. It kind of half worked, but I'd rather have a proper centre-back rather than a midfield trying to makeshift into a versatile centre-back. It just would not work for me at all. So that's my thoughts with the January window, and also the situations of what we need to sign in the January window as well. With injuries, players are now injured and players are now coming back. The big story this week is Alisson is finally back from his long-term sort of injury. Back in goal, back between the sticks. Credit to Mamardashvili, he did okay whilst covering for Alisson, but I just think having Alisson back is a huge boost for Liverpool. That goalkeeper, one of the best out there for me. If you want the best goalkeeper in the world for a 1v1 situation, Alisson is your man. Shot stopping ability as well. Just feels a lot more like Liverpool and a lot more confident when we've got Alisson back in net. Now, the injury situation now is a little bit of a funny one because Conor Bradley's now out for 3 weeks. Even though he had a stellar performance against Real Madrid, went on an international break, he's now injured, 3 weeks muscle injury. Dorian Wirtz as well was out for a couple of weeks, even though his first season at Liverpool is not really going the way that everyone expected it to. He's still learning, adapting, trying to get used to the league, the language, everything else. He'll come good slowly, I'm sure he will. So it kind of means that we're a little bit short at the right back position at the minute. Now, with the right back position at the minute, there's one man that could stand up to the job, Calvin Ramsey. A lot of people probably didn't even know who Calvin Ramsey was. We did sign him under Klopp a couple of years ago from Aberdeen for about £4.5 million. Loaned him out a couple of times. I think he went to Preston North End for a little bit. He got riddled with injuries, really unfortunate riddle with injuries. Then come back to Liverpool over the last summer. Now we've kind of got him back. This really is a step for Calvin Ramsey to shine in Liverpool's team. He's not a bad fullback at all. He's just never really had the game time or the experience or just even a chance to shine for Liverpool's teams. And with this run of fixtures coming up now with, as I said before, Leeds, Nottingham Forest, Wolves, Fulham, there's really a chance for Calvin Ramsey to shine and showcase his talents of how good of a player he really, really is after all the loans and unfortunate injuries he's had. I'm kind of hoping he does shine through and it's another right-back option. Yes, we can play Szoboszlai at right-back, but realistically for me, Sobo just needs to be in that midfield, grafting, running around, high press, shooting. You know what Szoboszlai's like? The man has got like 10 lungs, just running around all day long. A lot of good mentality, great player all round. But stick Calvin Ramsey at right-back. Don't put Szoboszlai down, just keep Szoboszlai in the 10 while Wirtz comes back to fitness from his injury. So that's the kind of injury situation with us at the minute. Now I'm going to kind of move on to a summary between what's going to happen between today and the end of 2025 for the Liverpool Football Club. Genuinely, I think we will bounce back between now and the end of the year. With the run of fixtures I said before coming up, I can't see how Liverpool are not going to get a decent haul of points from it. I do think Arsenal and City will have little bumps in the road where they do drop a couple points. So the title race is still very much alive. We just need to be a little bit more consistent with the tactics and also getting the results as well. We've had some horrific games so far, losing last minute to Chelsea, losing last minute to Palace. That just needs to change now. The mentality needs to change. We just realistically need to be a little bit more solid in the defence. Hopefully in the January window, get a couple signings in, we'll be comfortable again and we can just go on a good run for the end of the Premier League and hopefully still be in that title race. The Champions League, that's a different story. Who knows what's going to go on with that, whether we actually get into the top 8 and qualify for the top 16 or we go through the playoff battle route. Who knows with that, but realistically, I'm confident. I think we bounce back. I think this international break has come at a correct time for Liverpool just to bounce back. Players coming back, good morale, good spirits, good mentality. We should pick up a lot of points now. I am praying we pick up a lot of points. It's all going to start today with Nottingham Forest, who are going to play a crazy low block. It is Sean Dyche, but we will win today. I'm going to go for a 3-0. Time this video comes out, who knows what the actual result is, but I think 3-0, we batter them. Happy days. Get the ball rolling again. Get that slot machine started up again and go on a good run from now until the end of the year and see where we're at. So that kind of brings me on to the end of this video, talking about Liverpool Football Club. Hope you've enjoyed a little football chat video again. I did one recently on Plymouth Argyle. If you want to check that one out, that's the first one I've done. It's a good little video talking about their current situation. But if you're enjoying this style of content, do let me know in the comment section below. And I always say any engagement with these videos does mean a lot. Like, comment, subscribe. We're now over 300 subscribers, which is massive. So I appreciate everyone subscribing to the channel and seeing what I get up to and engaging with the videos. Absolutely loving it this year, considering we only started this YouTube channel March, April this year. So thank you to everyone for that. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, whatever you get up to. Barno out.